Let's start at the very top of the chain, where Michael's called a town hall again. He sips on his water. We'll wait 1 minute more. We needed the SENS to be published. It's the JSE law. The odds are quite short, if you want to lay a bet, that we're getting more news on the strategic reset. The company's delisting and management's taking a stake, and a re-energized company is what we are readying to bake. Errol has gone all in to build a company focused on client care, and it's not necessarily a requirement to have a full head of hair. The buck stops with Flynn as he manages a team and keeps decorum, and guides the ship in the right direction when he joins the PM Forum. David Shapiro tells us to buy only global when he's on the radio or the box, and then he runs the Crystal Challenge where you can only pick local stocks. Discounting cash flows and valuations might not get you in the winning frame. And as you saw from Kiora, you can simply use the letters of your name. There were a few investment professionals whose names we shall not tell, whose carefully selected 5 stocks you'd probably rather want to sell. To win the competition, you need to be a really good short-term stock picker. And maybe that's not a job best suited to Nsika. The awards function on the rooftop deck was nothing short of Lani, but we hear that there was no party end for one handsome David Tabani. We lost some ground with luxury this year as companies discounted every piece. Yet Alex wants to spend more time next year with his girls in Athens, Greece. Watching Jonathan's PowerPoints will make any analyst's heart sing, because there's lots of animation and the background's a moving thing. Rob Tal finally ditched Sibanya and bought Capitec and PSG, and there was no future in the SDM for MTN that anybody could see. In the corner of the CID office, you'll find the quiet, long-serving Impo, who's trading up a silent storm and bringing in the brokerage dough. You might also spot the Darryl around, and advising is his game, as is dressing up to the nines and casually dropping the odd name. Another dapper dresser that we have is our newly promoted Bavin. And why didn't France convince us that we needed to buy AppLovin? Claudius went to Nsanini Farm and signed up for the day 1 trail run, but soon found out that with a kid on your back, running maybe isn't that fun. With Avril, we've quickly learnt that you must be careful where you stand, because it's clear that she can take you out using just her one good hand. Theo Ann reports to the Bionic Man and builds our brand with the marketing fam. And one wonders if during next year we'll see anything posted to the gram. Vinesh took over the Horizon funds and explained it on the Espresso slot. But we only got every second word because up to speed his Wi-Fi was not. Down in PE, Sven is getting older and Gramps is his new name. And Heidi's still beating up youngsters in her global jiu-jitsu game. He loves the spot of diving, and with commodities portfolios he fills. He's the lanky guy from the Windy City we know as General Mills. Nick Pittaway, I told you guys, is a real stock-picking hero, and the shares in his family account have a base cost just above zero. Nick Dakin has taken his sweet time to build out the Cape Town team, and no one is really sure what he uses as a potential employee screen. He does seem to have talent, though, to take people under his wing, and he really hit the jackpot when he nabbed our Yuval Singh. But good luck to them at Africa's Tip. When it gets wet and frozen, at least they now have the talents of the youthful Sam Brosen. Working through expected returns is David Bolt, doing the asset allocation, and the growing exposure to private markets, he says, needs no explanation. It's just a thought, Nick Sora has frequently been heard to say, and of course we all then listen because his ideas often do pay. But when the markets are playing up and the clients begin to pester, there's no one you'd rather have on your side than the professional Michelle Bester. Stota and Kubota are words that come to mind every time. But have you ever tried to put the name voter into a silly rhyme? Duncan Studer has made 30 years, and that's really good, to be fair. And they say that when he started, He had a head full of strawberry blonde hair. With KZN flooding now an issue, he's built an ark just like Noah. And he's trying to grow a real moustache to be the cowboy, Andrew Padoa. Now Tavis's portfolios are fit to go, and he's left the office to fish. And Mohil will post you any research if you tell him just what you wish. Mo Wagley spends his daytimes trying to be a crossword and Wordle whiz. And he's always ever ready to do an impromptu general knowledge quiz. For Rashablan Reddy, a bad hair day fills his hours with deepening woe. And that's another opportunity lost to be the Santon Johnny Bravo. For all the Arista networks buzz and to get the ARC genomic tea, you only need to go to one place, and that will be the SAM OG. Of course, there's only one Craig that you'll ever need to call. If you want to know what's happening behind the neighbour's 6-foot wall. Married with Children had us in hysterics, and it was all about Al Bundy. And the Santon office is much like that when we get jokes from our slimming Nandi. Madeleine can often be heard to laugh, and her chuckles fill the office air. But we never hear what the fun is about. As her telephone chats, she doesn't share. Johan Goos left the group after publishing his best-selling book, but Bongiwe's taken over the reins and has a much prettier look. Sarah Simpson has been deep in the books with the associated studying strife, but an opportunity came her way. Now she's off to the island life. It certainly has been a challenging year, but one event made my face beam. And that was when Bongiwe said yes and joined the research team. Now at the bottom of the pile, there's someone who's always trying to joke. And if you get left out or offended, then you can blame this oak. Find him and get him yapping and talk off this or that ear. And maybe he'll start writing earlier and you'll be in next year.